Vancouver Whitecaps striker Fredy Montero is in his 16th year as a professional footballer and his third year with Vancouver Whitecaps. Montero's early days in Colombia saw him playing football with local teams, playing with friends, winning trophies, and at the age of 13, a scout from Deportivo Cali watched him play and spoke with his parents.
I asked my parents what was that about. And they would like you to go to Cali to join the Deportivo Cali academy.
Montero joined Cali's academy, going on to sign professional terms with the club, and with the league's requirement of playing under 20 players in matches, Montero got his chance to make his professional debut at an early age, playing in the last game of the 2005 season. With nothing at stake for the team, it gave the chance for Montero to play 45 minutes, and it's a moment of his career that he will never forget.
I was running opposite of the ball. The ball was going to the left, and I tried to, just hide behind the defender.
Montero found himself playing professional football far sooner than he thought he would. It also saw him called up to his national team at the age of 19, when he was the top scorer in Colombia's top division.
For me, it was a dream come true. I still keep that jersey at my parents' house because it was like a game changer for me.
His performances in Colombia soon drew the attention from scouts elsewhere in the world, and leading the way were new MLS side Seattle Sounders. Montero joined Seattle before their first MLS season in 2009. There were rumours of a move to Europe, but Montero chose Seattle after they were the most aggressive team in trying to sign him.
The club decided, this is good for us, this is good for you, Fredy, and let's go ahead and sign it. And back in the days, I didn't have, that much say. I just signed the contract and we made the move.
Montero's first pre-season with Seattle wasn't easy. He didn't speak the language, coaches had to translate stuff for him. Montero quickly found his feet playing in pre-season friendlies and then made his dramatic debut in Seattle's very first MLS match, a home game against New York Red Bulls. The atmosphere was electric.
Just walking into the field, listening to the American anthem, all the fireworks, people making a lot of noises. I wanted to play outside of Colombia, and that was the day.
And it was in that match that Montero started something of what was to become a bit of a trend in his career, scoring on his debut, scoring Seattle's very first ever MLS goal.
If you ask every single soccer player if they want to score in debut, 99% of them they will say yes. And I had that opportunity. It happened to me in North America, in Europe, in Canada, in South America. So it's been exciting, being able to move around the world, but knowing that my talent is always carrying me, my image as a soccer player.
But despite doing well for the Seattle Sounders in that first season in the league, Montero's move to MLS meant that he was frozen out of the national team, with the powers that be of the Colombian national team not deeming Major League Soccer to be a quality league. After 4 seasons with the Sounders, it was time for Montero to move on. Europe beckoned, but before then, he still had some work to do in Colombia, heading back to play for Millonarios in Copa Libertadores.
I had a good opportunity to play Copa Libertadores, which is the most difficult and international tournament in South America. I used that move to play, enjoy, and be able to compete at the highest level in South America. And then I had that contract on my hand to sign with Portugal.
Europe was still the place that Montero wanted to be, and he secured a move to top Portuguese side Sporting CP, going on to star in his 3 seasons with the Lisbon club. If anyone wondered whether Montero could cut it in Europe, they didn't have to wait long to find out. Sporting were 1 down in Montero's first game with them. 20 minutes in, the coach acted quickly, pulling off their number 10, and the rest of the team started to panic.
There was a message from the coach that we have to keep pushing and step up in the game.
But just like in Seattle, Montero was to make his mark, scoring on his debut for Sporting to tie the game at 1 apiece. But he wasn't finished there and ended his debut with a hat-trick. In January 2016, Montero and Sporting received a big money offer from Tianjin Teda in China, and a new adventure was set to begin. Montero is one of the high-paid foreign players in the CSL. Tianjin were struggling on the pitch, and Montero found himself going from a top Portuguese club, playing in European competition, to being in a relegation dogfight in the Chinese Super League.
We won the last game. We stayed for the team staying in the first league. Outside of soccer, my family and I enjoyed China, and we had no idea. China was special for us, even though we don't speak the language. We had a really good time outside of the soccer.
But Montero's time in China was to be a brief one, and MLS beckoned once again, with Fredy heading back to Cascadia, but this time north of the border, on a 1-year loan with Vancouver Whitecaps.
I say, well, that's the right time, I would need it. I know MLS. I know in MLS I can enjoy family, I can enjoy the game, and we're going to be close to our family, so why not?
Coming to Canada, Fredy was joining a rival team of the Sounders, but another former Sounders player, Mauro Rosales, convinced him to come.
Obviously, I got his advice, and yeah, all my doubts were clear when after I talked with him.
The 1-year loan from the Chinese club ended, and it saw Montero transferred back to Sporting in Portugal. It was there during the 2018 season that Montero encountered one of the most dramatic and frightening moments of his career so far. The Sporting fans invaded the locker room and training facility and attacked the Sporting players, unhappy with their performances that season. Fans were angry that the team didn't finish in a Champions League spot. They locked their own players in the locker room, setting off smoke bombs.
They were covering their faces. It was panic. Players running, getting beat. I got beat as well. I got a slap in my face.
It was an unbelievable moment. The locker room is meant to be a sacred place for players, yet somehow the fans had invaded it. 10 days after the incident, Sporting had a cup final. Police surrounded the field, unsure if more trouble was to break out.
And it was like, tricky for your mind. You were playing to have fun, but in that moment you think you're playing just to be alive. If you didn't win that game, something bad was going to happen.
The incident drew global press coverage, and Montero was one of a number of players that began to look for a move away from Sporting. It was during that time that Fredy received another call from the Whitecaps, and with the lure of stability and a return to safe and familiar surroundings, Montero headed back to Canada to sign for the Whitecaps again in 2019. Although this is the last year of his contract in Vancouver, and where his future lies remains uncertain, he's driven by a desire to win some trophies for Vancouver and wherever his footballing journey takes him next.